Hey guys, it's Fancy, and this is Murder by Design. Hey everyone, welcome back to another true crime tidbit. So today I'm going to be covering the case of Nelson Dion from Kittery, Maine. So in April of 2016, Nelson Dion of Kittery, Maine was arrested on charges of felony of aggravated assault. He was released on bail a few days later, and there was an order of protection to keep him from having any contact with his ex-girlfriend, and she was placed in a domestic violence shelter in a secure location. Now, the last time I checked, they had not released her name. They were just calling her the ex-girlfriend. And they may have released the name by now, but I'm not sure. As of last night, I don't think they had. SeacoastOnline.com reported that based on an affidavit written by FBI Special Agent Thomas McDonald, it was a routine traffic stop that led to Dion's arrest. Dion's ex-girlfriend had been stopped by Kittery police when they noticed she had bruising on her face. She told the police that she was trying to get away from Nelson Dion, her longtime boyfriend, who she said she was afraid of because he was abusive. Justice.gov reported that court documents alleged that Dion violated the protection order and traveled back and forth between Maine and New Hampshire several times between April 2016 and June 2016 to contact his ex-girlfriend, and that he continued to abuse her. Agent McDonald wrote in his affidavit that while Dion's ex-girlfriend was living in the domestic shelter, she got a job at a local business. And he said that several coworkers of hers told him that Dion had showed up to the job several different times. They would also say that in the 10 weeks they worked with her, she came to work missing a front tooth and with a black eye. On June 30th, 2016, it was reported by apnnews.com that a 38-year-old woman from Kittery, Maine jumped from the Piscataqua, I hope I said that right, River Bridge that connects Portsmouth, New Hampshire to Kittery, Maine on Interstate 95. This woman was Nelson Dion's ex-girlfriend. She was taken to Portsmouth Regional Hospital and was in critical condition upon her arrival, but she did die the next day. Court documents would show that Dion and his ex-girlfriend had 73 text messages and 107 phone calls between them in the days before she died. SeacoastOnline.com reported that the last message Dion received from her was also the last message she ever sent. It said, "You're right, I'm no good. Your truck is on the bridge." Seacoast Online also reported that in 2018, authorities began investigating Dion for having something to do with the woman's suicide. They arranged a meeting with Dion, telling him that they suspected human trafficking activities and at his ex-girlfriend's job. He met with them and eventually confessed that he had been to her job several times, saying that he never told authorities because he knew he had been violating the order of protection. On April 23rd, 2019, Justice.gov reported that Nelson Dion was now 53, had been charged with 2 counts of interstate travel to violate a protection order, and on August 31st, 2020, he pled guilty to those charges in Portland, Maine's federal court. He's looking at a fine of up to $250,000 and 5 years in prison for each charge. He will be sentenced after a pre-sentence investigation by the U.S. Probation Office. So he's already out on probation, and now this is happening. So, and the reason we're reporting on it now is because obviously it took this long to get it into the court systems, and where he was, entering his plea of guilty and being sentenced. So, but it's pretty tragic. It's very sad that this is happening. It seems like more and more we're seeing this type of situation where someone else is really kind of bullying a person into committing suicide. It's happened a couple of times. We did a case a little while back on the podcast, the case of Cherokee Harriman. which was a case of bullying. We're not quite. I don't think that case was a suicide. Actually, I think it was more of either she fell on the knife or she was doing something to like prove a point and didn't realize she would, cut an artery and die. We've also reported on the Conrad Roy Michelle Carter case in the past, and we intend to do a more in-depth look at that eventually. I think we're going to do that one on our Murder by Design here on YouTube, because I think that is a great place for us to look into the mindset of both the teens and really kind of evaluate all of that. But anyway, this is a shorter episode today. If you guys have any questions or would like for me to report on a case, please send us an email at goodwivesdish@gmail.com. And our secret word of the week is, again, massacre, because nobody has written or has sent a text message to us. So you want to check out Friday Nights Live for us to tell you guys to send us that word to a special number that we have for text messages, and you can win a prize. So make sure that you pay attention and you do everything we tell you to do on Friday night. Okay. I will be back again a little later today at 2:00 to do at 4:00. It is 2:00. Duh. 4:00 to do my 5 at 4. It's going to be on a breaking case out of, I think it's Indiana. It might be Illinois. It's one of those. Anyway, I will be back in a little while. Bye, guys.